Okay. First, can I just ask you to pronounce and say your name on the tape, just so I don't misspell it?
I'm going to give you this as well.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much.
My first name is Aaron, A-R-A-N. My last name is Mull, M-U-L-L.
Okay.
I'm an inspector with the New York State University Police at the University of Albany.
Okay, awesome. Well, I guess the first question I have is just the overall, like, how would you rate safety on the Uptown campus of UAlbany right now?
Again, let's just talk broadly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And the first thing I would say is, you good?
Oh, yeah, I'm just double checking.
I could do this.
Yeah.
Just keep moving. What's wrong? Just to note, to look at it broadly, and to look at it as objectively as we can. We have compared our statistics to the FBI statistics of campuses generally, and to the FBI statistics for the nation generally. When we look at college campuses in the United States, they are more than 7 times, I believe it's 7.6 times, safer than the general population in terms of risk of assault or other type of violent crime. So the college campus generally is 7.6 times safer. The University at Albany, 9+, 9.4 I believe, times safer than the average population in the United States. And there's 2 points there. Number one, obviously it's safer than your average campus. And it's safer than your average campus while still being a campus that's in a city, and in particular in the city of Albany. So, which does have comparatively high, for its population, crime levels.
Okay. In general, like, do you have any idea as to, like, the number of officers patrolling the campus on, like, any given day? Like, how many, like, cars are out? Or, I don't know if you know any of those.
I do.
Okay, awesome.
However, I'll say 2 things. First of all, we don't give out staffing.
Okay.
And in particular, we don't give out our staffing levels assigned to a particular area because it's not static.
Okay.
We take a lot of pain and effort to make sure that all of our information, all of the reports we get, all the calls for service that we go on, we put in a computer, we keep track of those, and we look at where we're having more of an issue. And remember that about 10% of policing is crime. The rest of it's all service related. So we're looking at where we have an issue, whether it's a criminal issue or a service related issue, and we adjust staffing to make sure that we have the appropriate staff in the appropriate location. Not just police staff, those cars that you're talking about, but also non-sworn staff as well, such as the SSAs, the security services assistants, that we put in buildings to lock doors up and that type of thing.
Okay, like the public safety people too, are you talking about?
Yes, the people that drive those cars that say public safety on them, those are the official state title is security services assistant.
Okay.
The light blue shirts.
Oh, okay. So would you say, like, in general, like maybe on like a Friday or Saturday night, like there would probably be more maybe just around the campus, like, I don't know if you could say, like just in regards to that, like the triplet number, like there's probably more around like Friday nights when everyone's going to the bar and like when kids, like all the kids are out. Like,
talking about more of our staff?
Yeah, like the officers. And,
I will say generally.
Yeah.
We know that the daytime there's a very significant service component, and we staff to make sure we can meet that. We know that the nighttime sees more activity on the criminal side. We staff appropriate to that. And for instance, again, I'm not going to give you hard numbers, and we move those numbers around depending on the day, depending on the season. And it's not just the crimes we see happening, but what we've seen, like what happened last year this time, what do we need to address this year. We do things like the afternoon shift and the night shift. We make sure they overlap 4 hours. So for 4 hours, we have twice the number of staff available to put where we need to put them, running from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And we can obviously hold people past 2 if we need to. So we do things like that, so we have some built-in flexibility to move staff around as needed, as appropriate.
Okay. The next thing I wanted to ask you about was the blue lights. You know, just in general, like when you pick up the blue light, who are we talking to? Like,
when you came in, you talked with our dispatcher.
Oh,
Dispatcher's there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year. Okay. And that rings right into our 911 system here on the campus, and right to that dispatcher.
Okay.
Tells the dispatcher the location of the caller, where the phone is located. Even if the person can't talk, we're going to send someone to that location.
Okay, so even if like someone just picks it up and, you know, like just for whatever reason they can't, you're going to send someone.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Do you know how many blue lights are on campus?
Over 330. I don't know the exact number currently, but it's over 330.
Okay. How involved is the police station, the UPD, with the like don't walk alone? Let's see what else. Like it, yeah, just like don't walk alone. I would say, you know, if
within the University Police Department, there are I would say 3 primary elements. There's what everybody thinks of, the police.
Yeah.
There's also the building guard security aspect. Those are the people driving the public safety cars. Typically, they have the title of security services assistant. And then there's the off-campus safety, and that is headed up by Tom Gebhardt. He's the director of the off-campus safety. And he also manages the Don't Walk Alone component. So the short answer is yes, but I just wanted to give you some context.
Oh, thank you very much. Is there any other programs like that on campus that, not specifically exactly like Don't Walk Alone, but I guess you could say like community, almost community officer, like police station, like
community policing?
Yeah, I guess like
citizen police cooperative effort.
Yeah,
I would say that the Don't Walk Alone is kind of a unique program. They get a lot of people that are doing community service because of requirements for a fraternity or sorority that they're in, and other campus group, that type of thing. Don't Walk Alone is a very good program. We'll say that even if Don't Walk Alone is not working that particular day, they don't have people staffing it, we're here 24/7, and we will escort people. We do that frequently. Now, I will also say we will walk people from place to place. We're not like a taxi cab service or something like that. You know, or it's raining out, you don't want to have to walk in the rain. You'll be walking in the rain with a police officer.
Okay.
But I think I would say probably the most effective citizen police cooperative effort that this campus has is between the University Police and the residential life folks. Very, very, very integrated. We're both part of student success. We meet, we talk, we work together. You know, what can we do to help them? We're always considering that. What can they do to help us? They're always helping us. So it's clear that they're always thinking about that as well.
In what ways would you say they've helped you? Like, if you can just give me an example of that.
One quick example, and I'll move it back a year, so there's nothing that's currently in the midst of an investigation or anything. But last fall, we were looking at a number of burglaries that were occurring in alumni. It was actually a spike between the burglaries and the larcenies that were occurring. I think we had gotten to 8. And at that point, what we did is we went to Res Life, and we said we'd like to work with you down Alumni Quad. Let's go out and talk to the residents. And so we got Res Life to go out and let the residents know that we were going to be there. We, with Res Life, talked with the residents, let them know what's going on, what they could do to help us. And shortly thereafter, we started getting calls. We had officers in plain clothes in the area, so that when we got this one call from the person, we were able to have those officers respond. The guy took off running, and cooperation moves well beyond just the campus too, because the guy took off running, and he saw the officers, of course. Yeah. Sometimes they're plain clothes, but sometimes even plain clothes is pretty obvious. He takes off running. We obviously give chase. Our uniformed officers are notified. They start coming to give chase. While we're notifying them, we're talking about Alumni Quad. We call Albany City Police Department. We notify them. St. Rose, we notify them. Let's just say the guy's in prison right now.
Oh, okay.
It was a very, very, very good top to bottom community effort, truly a community effort. I mean, the police